What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Crombie. Welcome back to World Shakers. I'm here by myself. This is the last episode, and it's sad. It sucks. Naim doesn't know yet. He's on his way here right now. But this is the last episode of World Shakers. Things just weren't working out. But we appreciate y'all for the support, and just continue to come back week after week. You know, it was a great run. It was a great time. But yeah, you know, we're just moving forward.
SIKE! Y'all really thought that?
Yep. Let's get into it. Good, what it do? How you living? It's your boy Jay Crombie,
And that's Ski.
and we back.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Episode 12. Cup it up. We made it. And not to freak y'all out. Now this isn't the last episode, but it's the last episode in person. So after this, the World Shakers will be evolving into a new format. We're gonna keep it a surprise until y'all see. But
We'll switch up.
you know, just cause we not stopping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We about to go back to school.
Way too early.
We don't go to the same school, and Scheme is a little farther. You know what I'm saying? So we but we got technology. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna figure it out. Hey, y'all just stay tuned. All right, we are in motion right now, just to say the least. Well, what's up? How y'all doing?
Let's get it.
You know, how was your summer? You know, because it's practically over.
Yeah, bro.
Unfortunately.
Sadly. Let's get into it.
Let's
though.
get into it, bro.
We still here. Enjoying life, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Blessed.
You have to.
Just saw 2 movies in like the past week.
Mm.
For me, Barbie and
Yeah.
Sound of Freedom.
So you caught up.
Great movies.
They were
Still
both
more
good.
to see, but they were some good movies. Especially with Barbie.
Barbie was surprising.
It was very surprising for me. Like, I went in not really thinking much about it. I thought it was gonna be real like cheesy and pretty corny, especially from the trailer.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just so like I don't know. Like, what y'all gonna do with this? Like, it's Barbie. I thought you were just gonna make it like a real life type of doll movie. Like, take Toy Story and then just make it with living
Real
people or something.
exactly.
Yeah. But it was good. What's her name? Margot Bobby?
Who? Bobby, Margot Robbie.
Robbie Robbery? Sorry.
Margot Robbie.
Nah, she's a tough actor, bro.
She is.
She do her thing. Suicide Squad.
I was about to say.
She really
Harley Quinn.
is a great Harley Quinn.
You ever seen Wolf of Wall Street? She was in that too.
Oh, yeah.
What else, dude? I'm blanking. She's in a lot of stuff, basically. But yeah, she was really good in this movie. I
She
ain't
did
gonna
her
lie.
thing. But I mean, I guess to start off for the movie, like, what would you rate it? I had like a,
If I'm being real, I'll give
I'd
it
say
like
5.
what did I
Out
give
of 5. Out of 5.
Out of 5? Oh, okay. We gotta do IMDb scores.
Or a 10. If
I'll probably give it. No. I give it like a 4. I feel
4?
like. I feel like it would be a perfect 5 if I don't know. The pacing was cool.
Yeah.
I feel like in some parts it was kind of rushed though, or like some parts just didn't need to be there. You know what I mean? Like, it was like that kind of thing where it's like, all right, well, we have this going on, but we're focusing on that. I don't know. It was cool though. Overall, it was still a good movie. It was still cool. Like you said, I didn't go in knowing anything about it. I had heard that they were probably going to be dealing with the real world. I wasn't 100% sure. So I was just like, I guess we're just going to go see what happens. Because when you think about Barbie, it's like, all right, what are you going to do? Just like the Barney
Exactly.
movie that's coming out with
What?
Daniel Kaluuya, a.k.a. Spider-Punk, a.k.a. He plays so many characters. The boy from Get Out. He's playing Barney in a. So apparently Mattel, the company behind Barbie, right? They have a list of movies that they're making, and Barbie's like not Barbie. Barney is the next one.
Barney.
And it's supposed to be like I don't know. They're saying it's supposed to be for adults, and it's like, I don't know. So, but it's stuff like that. It's like when you think about that stuff, and there used to be a Barbie TV show. My little sister used to watch it, and you like, all right, exactly. Like you don't know what they're gonna do with it. So when we went into this movie, I'm like, all right, I don't know where this is going, but it actually worked though, and it had a lot of messages. You know, it wasn't one sided. People that think it's one sided weren't listening at all.
Missed the point.
So you know, I remember when we were in Rehoboth, we walked past these two people that were discussing it. Clearly, they had just saw it. It was this guy and this girl. They were going back and forth. And it's like, y'all clearly were not paying attention.
Like arguing?
Right? Yeah, she was like, oh, she was obviously, she was it's like, oh, you know, women have to do going down this whole list. And then the guy was basically like, yeah, but, you know, men have to incorporate into and it was like, y'all missed the whole point. Y'all had to go watch the movie again because y'all weren't listening. That's what pissed me off about this movie.
Oh my gosh.
So if you go and see any reviews on like Twitter or anything, bulls completely misunderstood what the movie was.
That's so stupid.
And they're just salty.
Like, just think. Yo.
That's what I'm saying. They're salty because now it's Warner Brothers' #1 movie at the box office, and it beat The Dark Knight. So they're just pissed. So they're just mad.
Batman fans out here punching the air.
You know what I'm saying?
Nehemiah, I'm talking about you.
Hey, yo.
That's worse.
But
that's hilarious.
They act like, yo, what did J. Cole say? Oh. They act like two legends cannot coexist.
Exactly.
That goes the same thing for everything. Yeah. Just like how it's LeBron and Michael Jordan. Just how it's, whether it's Barbie and Dark Knight or if it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, yo, just enjoy it.
Literally.
Just enjoy it.
Enjoy the movie.
Especially seeing that we're not going to be getting no new projects for a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, enjoy what we got because it's going to be a while before we see some new stuff.
And it's actually like a movie that wasn't just bull crap. Like,
you know what I mean?
Said, it was definitely something you could take from it if you actually think and just realize what the movie is saying for real.
If you're looking at surface value, you're not going to get nothing from it.
Yeah.
If you're just looking at, oh, they're just in the real world. There was so many messages in that joint, jam-packed into one movie. I was like, all right. So they really took their time with this, because that's crazy.
Like, that was not...
How many movies do you get with that many messages in it? Like, dude, that's crazy.
From something like Barbie that you... Oh, my gosh. Like, they literally out here probably teaching little girls stuff, too.
But that's what I'm... But that, see? That's... Yeah, see? I would have never thought that Barbie would have been able to be used in such a, like, a... I don't even know how you would say it. Just like a
broad scale, like...
Yeah.
It can touch on age, no matter what age... What freaking... Basically, yeah, what age? Like,
anybody
age group,
can
it
go
don't
see
matter.
it.
You can go in and take something from it.
Yeah.
Regardless of gender. Like, don't be fighting, bro. But
Everybody
for me...
wants to be so divided.
I might say a 4.5. I might say 4.5, because I actually enjoyed it.
It was
and
cool.
Especially like a movie that surprises me.
Yeah.
Where I don't really see that much into it and like know that much about it. It really passed my expectations.
And I think that's what it surprised everybody.
It did.
I don't know what everybody was expecting, but it definitely wasn't that. So it was cool though.
I remember, like, I got little cousins. Well, yeah, little cousins. I think she used to play with like Barbie dolls and stuff, or like at least Bratz. I can't remember exactly which one, but I definitely remember being like some boy, definitely like some Ken type boy, playing like some little stupid house and stuff. I'm just like, we're kids. Like, imagine be creative.
You're
like,
a kid, man.
That's what happens.
Just be a kid.
Like Taylor, she obviously related to it much more. Like, she had a whole Barbie collection and actually played and had like houses and stuff. And it's just funny how they kept that little doll style in the movie.
That's
like, like the float in, the fake eating, the
fact
talking
that
boyfriend girlfriend.
Toes, bro.
Like I'm like yo,
it's
the little things that matter. Like
they had no windows in their house.
That is so tough.
they were just seeing through houses,
floating. Like
that was crazy.
And you got the regular Barbies, like all different types of Barbies.
Exactly.
Discontinued Barbies, the wacky Barbie.
Yo.
I'm like, yo, because some of these girls definitely were beating up on the Barbies, ripping their hair out.
The cast was cool, though.
Marking on the eyes and stuff.
The cast was really cool. I ain't gonna lie.
The cast was cool.
Shang-Chi, Simu Liu was in there.
He did his stuff.
Ryan Gosling did his thing. Margot Robbie, Kate McKinnon, who played what, Wacky Barbie, I think her
What's
name
the
is?
president's name? The
Will
girl?
Ferrell. Will Ferrell was in it.
Oh no, Will Ferrell, obviously. I'm talking about the black girl.
Oh,
the black Barbie.
Issa Rae. Issa Rae was in it.
Was that her?
You know who else she played?
The girl from Umbrella Academy.
Oh, you talking about
She's not the black girl, but
yeah, no, I know
the
who
one
you're
that was
talking
messing
about.
with Diego.
Yeah. Oh gosh, what's her name?
How did I forget the black girl name? I just love her energy.
The president. Yeah, you talking about the president of Barbie? Yeah, that was Issa Rae. She played Spider-Woman in Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that was her voice.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's actually
Issa Rae.
tough.
She's a great actress. Sorry,
Actress.
She's a great actress.
They really did their thing. Like, I'm trying to think of a scene that I should start off with, but like, yeah, we already talked about like just how it's so doll-like. And
I think
Ken,
the way they set it up was nice.
It was just tough. Ken was just being a simp, of course.
Because that's just how it is.
It's like
I guess.
Ken always flaunting over Barbie. And you got all these multiple Kens too, which is funny because you just competing with.
Oh my gosh, Gravik was in it too.
Gravik
was in it. Hold on, I was sitting there like, wait, somebody else was in there. Gravik was in there.
Yo, it was so funny seeing him in there too. Like, you go from a serious.
What do you
gotta? You go to a Barbie playful.
When you gotta lead the Scroll Army at 5, but you gotta go film Barbie at 6. That bull was ready. He's on the he's on the rise, bro. He still got that Bob Marley
movie. I know that's about to be tough.
It's about to be hot. It's about to be hot. He's doing his thing.
He's on a high street.
I'm not mad at it,
except for the finale. But we're not gonna talk about that yet again.
Goodness gracious.
But nah, they did their stuff. Like even when they went right to the real world, like it's like yo.
I like how they did it.
As soon as they came in, all bright and jolly, it's just like snap into reality instantly. Like you just seen
back to reality.
She's like, yo, what? Like where's all the girls at? Where's the girl workers at?
Yep.
Going to see the workers and stuff. It's like they're not even females. They're men. They cat calling her. And you got all these people looking at y'all goofy. Like what do y'all wear? Everybody looking like dark and dim. And then you got them all bright and colorful. It's like what the heck?
Even their fits. That was so
they were
funny.
just. You could clearly tell they like foreigners and like people were just annoying.
It was
like,
crazy though, because you really think about that kind of stuff. It's like that happens all the time.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Like go to another country, it happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that kind of connection I think they were trying to go for. You know what I'm saying? Like different countries have different. You know what I mean? Like I've heard a lot about Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people say, oh, women are like, I don't know, they're not treated as well in Dubai. And I'm not sure. That's just what I've heard. I haven't done my proper research.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but it is. You just never know.
You don't know where, depending on where it's at, though. That's the problem, because everywhere is different.
Exactly.
But if you're looking at like America, I mean, yeah,
it's pretty different.
It's way different.
Wild characters.
15, 20 years ago, probably more prominent. But like now, I feel like, well, now I don't even want to say that because I wouldn't know. So, I mean, for a woman at least, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
they really got like right into it though. Like I feel like the pacing was pretty good. Like she came for a mission. She's trying to figure out why her feet are flat, and she's thinking about dying. And everybody else is just trying to be stuck in a simulation and like, no, it's all perfect. We're all good. But then she's like, nah. Woke up having a bad day. It's like, what the heck? Like,
but like, yeah, that's just what happens.
And like initial thought, you like from what the wacky freaking Barbie was saying, like somebody in the real world was like messing with her and like basically putting these thoughts in her head. Yeah. It's like initially you do think it's a child because children play with Barbies. And then when she came in and talked to that older lady, I think she like flashback having memories.
Realized, yeah.
And like, oh yeah, I thought it was a little girl. So finding her way there, it's just crazy how you, like, what does she say? She's just like, how will I find them? It's just like, you'll know.
Yeah, you'll know how you do it. Yeah.
And I feel like that definitely happens with stuff real world too. It's like, sometimes you try hard to find something, like it won't always come how you want it. But like when you actually think and take your time to like just visualize it maybe and just put yourself in that spot, like it'll naturally come to you for real.
But the way I saw that, John, was like, well, yeah, that's
like destiny type.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the way I saw that too is like, you have so many nostalgic things from childhood. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That when you go back to those things, it just makes you feel like a kid again. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No matter like what state you're in, you go back to a certain thing, whether it's a song, a toy, whatever. You know, and you just think about a time back from childhood or whatever. I feel like that was something they were also catering to.
Yeah.
Because everybody has something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's that one thing you think back to, like, dang, life is
Good
really good at
times,
that
like,
point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And it's like, it definitely gives you that Toy Story effect. Like,
Toy
kids
Story,
have to
man.
grow up sometime. Like, what happens to the toys? They either thrown away,
Sounds so
put in a
sad.
box in the attic,
Mm-hmm.
taken to a donation center. Like, you never know. And it's like, it's really sad, but like, there's life. You gotta
Yeah.
grow up.
Dude, Toy Story is crazy.
Like,
too.
Toy Story is not trilogy. What do you call it? Quadrilogy?
Quadrilogy.
Quadrilogy.
Quadrilogy. Yo, number 4 was crazy, man.
Oh my gosh!
You see that one?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
I've seen all of them,
that
but
was
I
yeah.
think it was the one that was about to make me cry, right? Was that the one with
3
Fatso?
and 4. No, 3 was one with the bear. What's
Yeah,
that's
the
his name?
about that
Fatso?
Shaq, right?
What's his name?
I'd say fast. I don't know. Purple.
Oh, the
little
purple
bear.
dude. I'm gonna insert his name here when I find it.
Had me about to cry. You know?
4. I feel like 4 had me more about to cry though, because spoilers, by the way. It's been like 5 years.
Y'all
though,
should have
so
watched it.
Come on, yeah. Just how they left it off, like you never would have thought like they would have split up, like the toys would have split up.
Yeah.
Because when they did it in 3, when Andy gave his toys away, I was like, all right, bro. So like, what's good, bro?
That's enough to make
What
a
did he
grown man
say?
cry.
What did he say, dude? He looked at Woody. And he was like, "So long, partner," or something like that. And then he drove off, and then Woody said it back. Like that joint was crazy.
Oh my god!
Like, all right, yo, relax.
chill.
And I remember when you thought they were gonna die. Everything,
Yeah,
bro. It's crazy.
Oh my god!
Crazy.
The emotions was flowing.
That was a crazy. Yeah, I think Toy Story is honestly one of the best franchises Pixar has put out.
Dude, every movie
Because
hit.
every movie, it was a level up every single time, dude. Every single time.
Like, oh my gosh.
The character development they did with Buzz,
Bro, his
and Woody,
development.
just in the first movie.
In the first movie.
Yo, he was tripping. You are like, what do you mean, bro? That was crazy. Nah,
Hey, Woody snapping. Dog.
he was pissed, bro. He was Buzz, look at Alien, bro. I might have to go back and watch that. That was so good.
Yo, it was so funny.
But yeah, what was it? It was the second one where he got replaced by the other Buzz, and he stuffed him
Yeah.
back in the packaging
Bro.
and tied him up. Yeah, bro.
I'm like, yo, how he gonna do this? And the dude pressing buttons, like talking in Spanish.
Yeah,
he got
bro.
a whole karate chop mode. I'm like,
Boy
yo.
was Spanish the whole time, dude. Yeah, those movies are great.
I'm like, how
I
do
feel
you
like
not
with
tell
that
the
approach
difference?
too. I feel like Toy Story started that whole like idea of just toys being more than just inanimate objects.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like it really
'Cause-
brought that creativity.
You know what I mean? Because as kids, you create, like, when you playing, whatever, you create, especially, like, all right, my little cousin used to have a whole bunch of Legos. All right, it's my go over there. It's always, you know what it is, like, when we were younger. So, you create stories, you know what I mean? Or even stuff like the Lego movie,
Yeah,
the
man.
Lego Batman movie. Like, it takes those things, like, from childhood and gives you a more, like, stuff that you would have already done as a kid. Stuff that you would have already thought about. Like, oh, yo, these toys doing this. You create your own little movie when you're playing as a kid, and then to see that on the big screen, it's crazy.
It's wonderful.
Because
man.
everybody has the same type of. I don't know. People, you ever see on Instagram or something like there's somebody who talk about something, be like, oh, when this happens, and then be like, yo, I swear we all live the same life.
Yeah,
like
bro.
that's what makes
Like,
you.
it's the
think
little
about
things, yo. That's why we all connected, yo.
No matter if you like it or not, you're all connected.
Like the separation is getting out of hand. That's what the movie definitely taught us a thing too. But you was just talking about not Toy Story. Why did I just lose it that quick? The Lego movie, like
Lego movie, yeah.
even that compared to Barbie, like they both compared. Like it's not always just kids, or like sometimes it's adults who want to get back to that kid life. Like,
Exactly.
with this story, like after everything unfolded, it's like it wasn't even the daughter; it was the mother.
It was the mom.
It's the mother doing that and putting her feelings into Barbie. And then with Lego movie, you got Will Ferrell. It was his whole city and everything he built.
Exactly.
It's just his kid playing with the toys.
You're still
And
adults
it's like,
can still be kids though.
yeah, bro, they still, that part never leaves you. Like, your inner child, your inner teen too,
Mm-hmm.
both important. Like, they never leave you. Like, those are just emotions and thoughts that stay in you. And I feel like when you grow up, if you just sit there and try to push it away, it's like, it's still gonna be there regardless of if you want it in your conscious or subconscious or not. For real, it's really insane. But let's talk about Ken though. Like, as soon as he came into this world, yo, he got right to it.
He
like,
knew he was after, man. He was trying to figure out what was going on.
Somebody asked him for the time. One time, he like, respect? Like, where's this coming from?
Yo. He was having a great time, man.
Tangent, bro. Taking all these books and everything. What's the word?
Patriarchy.
Patriarchy,
man.
He just walking around talking about that. How men rule the world and horses, like.
But that was the idea of the ideal man. As crazy as it might sound, that's the ideal.
Oh my gosh.
Or was the ideal thing of a man. Like, you have to have a horse or whatever. You got to be in some level of authority. Everything runs through. It's crazy. There's a lot of countries that still run through that. Jordan does that. The country Jordan. I took a class about Jordan this past summer, but they still practice patriarchy. So it's like, it's not 100% gone. More so as it is like in America, but it's still a thing.
Yeah.
So for them to say something like that, it makes sense.
Yeah, bro.
But I just
he switched up real quick. As soon as he got that respect, like, he just went around trying to do whatever. Like, he asked the doctor, "Can I do this? Can I do that?"
Exactly.
But what got me was he went to that dude, like that businessman, and he was like trying to get a job, and then he started talking about, like, what about patriarchy? I'm a man. And it's like,
exactly. Yep.
Oh yeah, we have that, but we just hide it more, like, make it more discreet. I'm like, yo, that's exactly what these companies do.
That's what they do.
Y'all trying to fake and act like y'all all inclusive, like y'all want a good environment for gender, good environment for race, but it's like, y'all not slick. Like, it's the subtle things.
It's never been slick.
You just got to see through the bull with these companies.
Never been slick.
They really don't change. They want you to think they change, but they don't change. It's really crazy, yo.
That was deep.
Hey, Ken going crazy. It definitely made a bigger point because he was a white blonde man, too. Definitely would have been a different story if he was a black man.
Imagine Gravix Ken going to doing that, It would have been done.
I feel like they would not take this man
serious. It would have been done. They were like...
Some people. Maybe the mom and the daughter, but...
I don't know.
It's insane, dog. And even when you come into the company, it's like, oh, you got the whole Barbie company. She walk in there, it's all men.
That's how it is, though.
All men.
That's how it is.
Just trying to work to get money from little girls playing with toys.
You know what I believe that was a reference to, though? I feel like that was more so to, like Congress and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like personally, because she said something, and then Will's character said something, and I'm like, all right, so clearly they're talking about the whole, men deciding what women do with their bodies. Is that
bruh.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's crazy
because it's like a double meaning.
You know what I mean?
Definitely refers.
That's what I felt like, or just even with anything in general. You know what I'm saying? How many companies are just being headed by men? You know what I mean? Like 100% through. So,
like, I'm just thinking, like, why are men trying to tell women what to do with, like, their periods or, like, the type of pads they should have?
You know what I mean? There's none of y'all business.
Things to their bodies.
It's none of y'all business.
Especially with the healthcare system. Like, y'all are really ridiculous,
dude. It's weird.
Y'all out here running companies just to get money, not even thinking about women at all. It's sickening.
Y'all that bored?
Dude,
you ain't got nothing else to do?
Don't y'all have mothers? Come on now.
Don't you have a life?
Maybe? Put some respect.
Go do something. You got millions of dollars just to be a dummy. Go do something.
You got the abortion laws and all that. Like, it's really crazy. It's really crazy.
What's her face? Just some girl just got sentenced. Hers one was different though, because I think she did it like right before the baby was born. or something crazy. Or there's like the other girl that she had the kid, and then she's so dumb. She went, I think, behind the hospital and put the baby in the dumpster.
Dude, what are you doing?
So she got sentenced. She got a hefty sentence.
As she should.
Cause what kind of mess are you? What?
As
what?
You should.
What is your problem? Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Crazy.
That's not a toy.
Crazy.
What? That is a human being. That is a life.
But
what?
What's the other thing? Yo, so real quick, I got a story. This kind of ties into the Barbie thing. So remember when she was meeting with the whole board of directors or whatever, and they were like, "Oh yeah, like we do everything." Basically, what they were telling her is like, "Oh, we run everything Barbie. Like Barbie runs through us." No, this, that, and the third, right?
Yeah.
So the other day, right, I wake up, I'm on the phone with Maya, we chilling on the phone. I check my emails real quick. I got an email saying that the name Jay Crombie has been filed by another person for a trademark, right? And I hadn't finished my registration, right? So I'm jumping up, I'm freaking out, like, yo, somebody really gonna get my name? Make a long story short, right? It's stuff like that. You know what I mean? I obviously Jay Crombie's not just a nickname. That's me. And that's my music, that's my stage name, that's everything, that's me. And for something to be, just the thought of losing that, just because somebody else said, oh, okay, their application made it in first, or this, that, and the third, right? I'm not gonna go into details about the whole situation, but it's handled. Don't worry, it's handled. But it's thoughts like that. Like, people can really own you. You know what I mean? Like, and people do own other people. Like, you look at who's that actor, dude? Oh man, I'm blanking. But there's so many, especially like the movie industry.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like the MCU, like they all sign. When they get signed on, they sign multiple contracts. Like RDJ, it's like, yo, this is how many movies we're gonna need you for. This is the set number. So from Iron Man to Endgame, this is what we need. This is all the movies you're gonna be in. We need you here for these. You know what I mean? And contracts are crazy, especially in Hollywood and music industry and all these other industries that they can own you. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's your name, and it's crazy. There we go, Lil Uzi Vert. Thank you. How in the world, as a record label, especially seeing how big he is now, you know what I mean? How in the world are you going to try to tell somebody they can't release music? You know what I mean? And to the point where Jay-Z has to step in and sort it out. Because Jay-Z just run everything.
Big baller Jay-Z.
You know what I mean? But, like, it's stuff like that. You can lose your name. Like, that's why it's just so crazy how companies operate. You know what I mean? And they really will think about themselves more and more. Especially from where we just stopped working at. We saw that firsthand. Like, it's never, no matter where you go, I feel like, maybe there's some places with, some different type of exemptions or whatever, or like they just don't operate like that. But for the most part, if you in a business, people towards the top are worrying about people at the top. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Everybody else is just expendable and just
pawns.
I don't
just pawns to them, for real.
It's crazy.
It's sad, bro. It's not
crazy.
even like just companies, bro. I feel like it's just the U.S. as in general, like governments.
Don't get me started,
bro. This stuff starts at birth, man.
Imagine getting people to storm the Capitol of the United States, and you get booked, you get your mugshot released, you're a former president, and you're only there for 20 minutes. But bulls that got arrested for weed or something 20 years ago, still in jail. Help me understand. Did y'all see the mugshots?
Really not mathing.
The mugshots are hilarious. He looked like a villain. He looked pissed. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like that movie was definitely,
it's pitiful.
Especially when, I feel like the movie was very, very well timed. Because then you look at the stuff with the strike. What's his face? Remember we talked about the the CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, and how he was talking trash about the strike, like, oh, they're not gonna get anywhere. Now he's doubling that. He's turning around his statement, talking about something. Yeah, you know, he was talking about the Marvel movie. Somebody asked him about that. He's like, oh yeah, they haven't been performing well, and you know they've been disappointing, and we really want to work to get back to where we were, and and it's like, all right, so pay your writers then. If you have a solution, just do it. I don't understand why it has to be a whole workaround when you know what the solution is. Like, just pay your writers. I don't understand.
They're foolish, bro.
That's the dumb stuff. Now you lost actors. So in order for the actors to come back, you need to pay your writers. So I don't understand how you think this is going to work. The point of a strike is to not give in. No matter how many types of compromises they throw at you, no matter how many types of whatever. You know what I'm saying?
An effective strike.
That's what happens. And clearly, they're not feeling it now because you have to think about all the projects that haven't come out yet that are already done. Mm-hmm. So they'll probably last us up until, I'm thinking 2025. Just the stuff that hasn't been released yet. Okay. But after that point, when there's just nothing and your pockets are running empty, you're gonna have to, you know what I mean?
They gonna feel the wrath, bro.
Like, that's
they
what I
gonna
mean.
Get what's coming for them. At the end of the day, I feel like.
But take a look at movies from, what's a good bracket? Take a look at movies from 2019 backwards, and then just look at 2020 up until now. Movies are so different.
It's definitely a switch up.
I'm not even talking about just Marvel. Like, exclude Marvel from this. Just look at any other movie, right? From 2019 backwards, for the past 3 years. It's you can see the difference. I could write a better movie than some of these ones. Like, come on, yeah.
They really, I feel like they really stick to like a certain agenda.
Of course,
like
they
it's
do.
been so many movies about like some multiverse stuff, or just like other topics. I just feel like they want you to. They're trying to engrave an idea in your mind, basically. I feel like that's what's basically happening.
Yeah.
But then you do have the other stories in movies that actually come with like a different perspective and actually give you something out of it to learn from, rather than the typical stuff you're hearing back to back out of these same movies.
But that's my problem. Everything has to be. And you know what I think it's because of? I think it's because of. What's a good movie to reference? I think No Way Home opened the door for that. If we're being perfectly honest, because even in Endgame we weren't talking about the multiverse yet. That wasn't
not so much.
It wasn't. We were really just dealing with time travel, Thanos. You know what I'm saying? It was still like grounded, standard superhero stuff. You gotta save the world. You know what I'm saying? And then No Way Home came out, and that was kind of the introduction to, all right, we're opening up the multiverse gate, and now everything is just multiverse. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
even movies that aren't Marvel, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like, even though that's a great movie,
it's a great movie.
It's like, yeah, all right, that's multiverse too.
It's just like they all like, yeah, we're just gonna come out with these now. Like, it's a great time. People are gonna believe it. It's gonna get some money. Like,
and follow the trend. That's what it is. Just like, yo, remember the movie 2012?
Yeah.
About the disaster? Mm-hmm. There was a time period where that's all people were making, disaster movies.
Dude.
2012, San Andreas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
It's the trends, bro.
I remember they were predicting that the world was going to end in 2012. And then that movie came out. And it's like, all right, so.
Yeah.
How many years later are we still here? Like, yeah, that was, it's crazy.
It's so crazy.
But they follow a trend. That's the dangerous thing.
That's how it goes.
If you a studio and you are competing against all these movies and studios that have already made a name for themselves, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. So Mission Impossible, we want to go see that. Mm-hmm. Fantastic movie,
for sure.
Did horrible at the box office.
Crazy.
Why? Because Barbie and Oppenheimer came out because we went to go see that on like a Wednesday or something, and Barbie and Oppenheimer came out literally 2 days after that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to fight. You have to fight through just the Jones that are already gonna get play. You know what I'm saying? It's like when artists release album. Like if Drake's dropping, some artists be like, all right, never mind. Let me just wait. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the same thing with movies.
Man.
You have to watch and be like, all right, if I'm really trying to get this, because first of all, Mission Impossible is such a good movie, and the fact that it bombed makes me so upset. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I know they're gonna make another one. You know what I'm saying? But because they have to finish the story.
Yeah, for sure.
it's just like it's stuff like that, you know. When you have everybody catered to one thing, to two things. So the whole thing was like, oh, Barbenheimer. We're gonna go see a double feature movie on Friday. We're gonna go see Oppenheimer first, Barbie second, whatever. It's stuff like that. You really look at it and be like, all right, so these are movies that didn't follow a trend.
Yeah, they are different.
And
Definitely interesting.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's one of those things you have to look at from all angles because everything is getting too similar now.
Yeah.
Even movies that are just like fresh, it has to do with just multiverse or time travel, whatever it is. And I feel like that's heavily influenced from Marvel. Heavily influenced.
Probably. But I feel like from Barbie, it definitely was a switch up. Like,
yeah,
it's a topic that's not really touched on as much nowadays. Like, people like talk about it over social media and stuff, but like it's like you don't really see like too many movies touching on that fact. And it's
on
just
like real stuff.
Yeah, like I just really appreciated how it was real. Like they did touch on the freaking just the difference in gender in the real world. Like it's a great message. And like I like how they had I don't even know why they had the older lady in that one room, the creator of Barbie. That was just weird as
yeah.
Like how was you just in that room?
That was something that I think that's more of what made me give it a 4. There was some songs that just didn't make sense. Like if they didn't say that was the creator, I would have been like, all right, so who's this? Like, whose grandma is that, bro? Like what is going on? But yeah, it was. I mean,
and even with her, like they even touched on like basically like life because like she was the creator of Barbie, and then Barbie sitting her asking her questions like, oh, like is it okay for me to leave Barbie world and do so and so?
Yeah,
and she's like, I created you to have like a free will
to do what you gotta do.
Do what you want to do. Like she had her purpose in mind. She didn't ever expect to see Barbie in real life and come this far with it, I guess.
Well, didn't she say she made some bad deals or something, made some bad decisions?
I think.
She said something about that, like, and I kind of want to look into that. Because I don't know if it was like money, I don't know what it was. But she said she made some bad decisions when it came to Barbie. Like on the business end.
Probably wrong company or...
And that's probably... Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, that's what it is. That's the other thing about businesses, bro. If they see you in a vulnerable state, just trying to get something out, they will just push you a contract knowing that you will just sign it and then just get you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. It had a lot of messages. Definitely one being with business. The other looking at society as a whole. The other one looking at everything doesn't need to be divided, but everything doesn't need to be connected. That was something that I picked up. Because everything doesn't need... I mean,
what you mean?
So, think about it like this, right? If like how they were talking about, oh, okay, Barbie and Ken.
Yeah.
That's how you always think about it. It's like, oh, Ken and Barbie and Ken. They're two different people. You know what I'm saying? Not everything needs to be connected, but everything doesn't need to be divided. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could be connected without being 100% together all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're in a topic of conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like look, like if you look at us, right? Naim and Jay Crombie, both with two different people. We share this space. What's up, y'all? And then we have our own endeavors. You got your modeling, I got my music. Those things aren't connected, but it doesn't mean we're divided.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So if anything, we're connected here, and it's different outside of this. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that we're divided 110%.
Exactly.
So I feel like that was something that they were leaning towards in terms of messaging because they said it was like, oh, it's always Barbie and Ken instead of just Barbie. It's like
Ken without Barbie.
Exactly.
You just brought that point up for me again.
That's like saying there's no WRLDshakers, or no, that's like saying there's no Naim without Jay Crombie, or no Jay Crombie without Naim. It's just not true.
It's not true.
It's just not true. So
I do really like how they touched on that too, and how they really did not make it too cheesy because she did apologize for like keeping him in the back burners.
Yeah, exactly.
I also feel like he should apologize too. He simped and went a little too far.
Yeah, you were drunk, bro.
But I really appreciate how she didn't even let this man kiss her. They're not even boyfriend and girlfriend. Like She kept that straight. Like,
But that's the
no, we're not making
that
this a love story.
Exactly.
You're Ken, and just being Ken. You don't have to be all up on Barbie to be Ken.
Just do what you gotta do, bro. Just be yourself.
Focus on you. Like, y'all can be together, but literally focus on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's how it should be. I feel like, relationship wise, anyway. Like, you're together.
You're together, but you still have things that exactly.
You can't base your whole life, your whole everything off of
the other person. Yeah,
you got to be yourself.
I feel like that's how a lot of relationships end or like get torn apart.
Yeah,
because one person gets to the point where they're like, all right, so we're together, which means that we're the same person. We gotta do this. Everything has to be the same. That's just not true. If that's like dating yourself. That's like Loki. That's like dating yourself. It's just there's just a different version of you. It's like, all right.
That's funny.
I don't know, but
all in all,
that movie was cool.
Good movie. Good
cool.
message. They definitely touched on a lot of points as we just talked about. But on a more serious note, bruh.
It's that time, dude.
Sound of Freedom, dude.
We saw it.
Still, if you haven't seen it,
go check that joint out, please.
Go see it.
They're
about to be spoilers too.
Oh yeah, there's about to be spoilers. So if you haven't seen it yet, just fast forward. I'll include a timestamp
for sure
for when we stop talking about it. If you want to keep watching the video, but that movie, man.
Powerful movie.
Goodness gracious.
Powerful movie.
Yeah.
Like, where to start? Like, it's one of those things that you know is around, but it's like you don't realistically think about how quick it can happen.
And we talked about
how serious of a fact this is.
What episode was that? What episode we talked about this? I don't know. I forget what episode it was. We talked about this before. Like, we basically said the same thing. Like, I don't know. You think about stuff like that, and again, we live in America. And even though America is jacked up, it's much better in a lot of other places, you know. And basically, pointing back to what I said with the Barbie thing, like the way that so in the beginning, you know, we're following this family. It's this dad and his two kids, and he has a son, he has a daughter. The daughter's older, and the son is younger. And some lady comes in, and she's listening to the little girl sing or whatever, and she wants to talk to the dad, and you know, telling her, "Oh, your daughter can be a star, this, that, and the third," and you know, coming off real friendly, like, "All right, I can make your daughter famous, and this, that, and the third," and that's something that I've always thought about. So even when I was watching the movie, I thought about it. Like, they push them contracts they don't understand. Mm-hmm. They gave them promises they can't fulfill. You know what I mean? And it was oh man. I'm sitting there like, all right, nothing can go wrong. I mean, nothing can go right here because I know what the movie's about. So what's up? And just to see him come back, I knew that was how it was gonna happen. Like, to see him come back, and the John's not even on the door. Yeah,
and everything is just
there's nothing going on.
Nobody to talk to, nobody to call.
Where would you start? Dude, obviously, you call the cops, but where would you start as a parent? Like,
what do you say that you know about this person?
And then you have to look back and reevaluate. And you know, he and I don't know, they didn't show it that much, but I forget what part it was. You could really see like he was beating himself up about it. Yeah, because he just wanted to see his kids happy. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's what would you how would you feel? You know what I'm saying, dude? You like, dang, I really just how do I even?
I would have freaked out. I'm not even a parent, but just
could you imagine
yourself in his shoes?
That's what I'm saying.
Insane. You don't know where they went. What could have happened to them? Like,
you don't know where to start looking, who to call.
That is
after you call the cops. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do, and now you just have to. You have to hope and pray that whatever happens, that you still get to see your kids again. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
And you know, just the way that they filmed how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
How just oh my gosh.
They portrayed that perfectly.
It's like simple things like that you just sometimes may not have the thought in the back of your mind that would even happen. Like, you think it's all jolly.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. This is real world. People do this. I don't even know if they touch on it, but, like, what happened to the mother?
I don't think they. I don't know.
Just
Either
left
she.
it as is.
I don't know if she was dead or if she just wasn't around or.
Because single parenting is a thing as well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's
And
a reason why it takes two.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, there are lots of parents, strong mothers, strong fathers out here doing it. Props to you, but you can only do so much.
Yeah, exactly.
You can only be there at every point in their life for so long. And it's like, people like them, I just know it's tougher. And, like, you just never know. You can try your best and just be overprotective, but you still want your kids to have a good time. Like,
Exactly.
it's a lot that goes into raising children.
Nobody knows how to do it. You know, every parent that I've talked to,
it.
or every parent that I've heard talk about it, you figure it out as you go.
Literally,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I would not know where to start, and him being a single father too makes me. It just made me feel like, all right, he's definitely taking it harder now because he doesn't have somebody to. It's just an empty home.
Yeah,
you go home and nobody's there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's like, all right.
He said that to the police officer. Like, how would you feel if you come home and your son or daughter's bed is just empty?
That's just crazy, dude.
Empty.
Dude, there's what's it called? I was sitting there watching, and then obviously when you fast forward, we finally find we get to the investigator that would eventually go and save these children. What's his name? Tim? Am I tripping? Is that his name?
Maybe.
I think it was Tim. Yeah.
Or something. Mioteo.
Oh, Timoteo. Yeah.
Timoteo.
So yeah, his name is Tim. They were arresting a guy connected to it. He was online soliciting the photos or whatever, and I was just thinking like, dang, we don't even know. Like, that's just one aspect. The black market, dude.
The stuff they can get away with.
That's just a fraction of stuff that goes on the dark web.
So many things that be going behind closed doors.
Body parts being sold. I mean, I even heard about stuff as far as like they would kill people on like live. They would live stream them killing people for people just their entertainment.
Dude, that's sick.
And it's stuff like you know. The world is sick. The world is sick.
And he had that realization many times. Like props to the actual officer, investigator that this was actually based off too. Even though he said like this is not about them and what they did, it's about the children who share their story.
Exactly.
Major props to them for sharing their story first off, and the fact that they even got out of that situation is insane. But like you could just see like the way he's acting, like the pain in his eyes, just watching this happen. He even had to make his own wake up call. Not even make it up because the dude, I don't know who it was, but he's like telling him like, okay, like are you happy because you saved? Well, not even saved. You found the people that do this. But where are the kids?
Yeah. At that point,
where are the
I
kids?
feel like everybody will respond the same to him. If you found all those kids, or you found the people responsible, and you knew that there was a chance you could find all these kids, you know, I feel like, and I can't speak for everybody, but it's like one of those things was like, why not? Why wouldn't you?
Like,
if you made it that far, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean?
You're doing the job half-assing the job.
Exactly. Wow, man.
It's actually crazy, and you know that happens nowadays.
And then for him to just have his family back home.
He had like 6 children.
He had a whole
that
starting
hit that man,
lineup,
bro.
And a sub.
Oh my gosh! Like in the sub, in the 6th man.
Like you don't. You know, it's stuff like that. I think that was one of the things that he realized, like that he took that for granted. I think after his conversation with the dad, he kind of realized, like, oh crap, man, like I got family. Because then the dad asked him, he was like, you have a family, right? And then he looked at the family photo.
Yup.
And he was like, imagine coming home to an empty bed, just one of them not there. It's like, dang, dude. Even just one, you know what I'm saying?
Just one, bro.
Because at that point, he had gotten Teddy back. That wasn't his name. What was his name?
Miguel.
Miguel. There you go. That was the name they gave him. Teddy. Like, what kind of mess? And
It's so frightening. Oh my gosh, poor thing.
I just can't even imagine, man. I just can't even imagine. And here's one thing I do really like about the movie. There's a rule in Hollywood, right? There's a rule when it comes to movies. You don't kill kids on camera, right? That's a rule. Yeah. That's just a rule. And if movies do it,
should be.
They don't do it like to the point where you see everything happen. It's just they just allude to it.
Yeah.
So for them not to show anything crazy,
so glad
they did that perfectly. Because I feel like that's where a lot of these movies that try to follow real world events fail, because they feel like they have to show everything, and it's like, nah.
But truly, who is that helping? Like,
it isn't.
Because if somebody's truly going through that, or they've been traumatized by that, why would they want to revisualize that?
Exactly.
Scene like that. Like, you don't need to have all that to portray the message.
Exactly.
And they did that well in this movie, because it's like, you can see what leads up to it. You can see the pain in the children's eyes. You can see the scars they went through. And they already talk about the sexual abuse. You don't need to see all that. You don't
need to see it. There's nothing for you to see.
It's sickening.
Yep.
It's actually sickening. Like, oh my gosh, it's just horrible, bro.
You really just...
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we're not gonna go bit by bit through the movie, but I just skipping forward. I mean, just even when they found when they executed the operation on the little island, right? It was so tense. That whole sequence was just tense. Mm-hmm. The shawty that was like acting as like the recruiting agent for all this talent, whatever.
Yes.
She was getting suspicious. I feel like when they were meeting the night before, when they were sitting at it, I knew she was getting suspicious, and there's so much that could go wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then to think,
it's actually scary.
And then when he went to go save Rocio, there's really places that just are outside of the law.
Dude, literally.
There's I think I told Maya this. There's a documentary somewhere where this guy went to Africa. He went to some part of Africa, and he found like these pirates, and they have their own little civil. There's no law. There's no nothing. They just have their own civilization there. And he went in, and they looked like they were ready to kill him. And he was like, "Listen, I'm just here. I just want to ask some questions." And it's crazy, man. Like there's places where the law just can't get. That's what I'm like. You can't send the army in there.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all want to send armies to fight full-on countries, but not to save children that are away from their parents.
But here's the other thing,
and too. Much more.
And here's what really
still slavery.
Remember we talked about how they went the extra mile to make sure people did not see this movie, and they did all this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. The fact that it's a $150 billion profit market a year, and America's tangled into that, tells you everything you need to know. People will look at their own family with their own kids and be like, "Nah, it's okay. We can sacrifice some other kids because I'm getting paid for it." No matter if you believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? The government always has a hand in everything.
Yeah, man.
The government knows more than... They just know a lot.
And they choose to do what they want to do with the information.
Exactly. So it doesn't surprise me that they're talking about aliens, and it doesn't surprise me that they try to cover up things. It doesn't surprise me that some people get special privileges. It doesn't surprise me with any of that, because they profit off of everything. You know what I'm saying? If they really, if that wasn't the case, I guarantee you it wouldn't. I don't want to say guarantee you, but it would be much less of a problem, because America's army by itself could take care of that.
Exactly. Do we not have the number one?
We literally come on, y'all.
All this money that goes into the military.
We big muscled over here.
We can't save children.
Can't do
out
it.
of a rebel like. Y'all can do the research. I'm pretty sure y'all can find a way in there, just like they had to disguise themselves as medical people to scout out the area.
It can't be that hard.
Plan everything out.
But even if they didn't, but that's what I'm saying. Even if they didn't, they have, what's it called? Secret Invasion showed an example of this. When they found the Skrull compound, they used a satellite to zone in on the joint. They do that all the time when they're looking at Russia and stuff like that. And you use the satellite to look at all these other people. You can't find, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy.
They don't truly care, bro.
But
just like the chief, like he's like, I'm just sticking to the rules. Like,
mm-hmm.
Screw the rules, bro.
Do you not
These
see
are
what's at
kids
stake?
out here
Exactly, bro.
Being sexually trafficked, freaking slavery, bro. Like, come on. Like, how much of a heart do you have to want to go out and do this?
None.
And on the other hand, to not do anything at all.
You know
to
what
stick to the law.
You know what I was thinking about the whole time watching
Bars.
this movie? Bars, yeah. The Bible says it. The love of money is the root of all evil.
Mm-hmm.
Does not say that money. People get this misconstrued all the time, and it irritates me. People will say that money is it's the love of money. Because if money was the root of all evil, then it just wouldn't be a thing. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? But money isn't a bad thing. It's when you're so obsessed with it. People will do anything for bread. I promise you, we've seen it. People will do absolutely anything just to get a little bit of money in their pocket.
Dude,
and it's crazy.
You're not lying.
It is crazy. I don't even there's so much that happens.
It's too much evidence.
There's so many corrupt officials right now that are doing whatever they do for money. Prison. Let's talk about prison for a second. Prison is one of the number one, like, they profit off of that junk.
Yeah.
The more people they have in prison, the more money they're making. That's just how it is. It's messed up. It's very messed up. It's crazy. That's why you have so many innocent people that don't need to be there, and this, that, and the third. They know what they're doing. So when you talk about something like this, and you're looking at it, and then you see what happened even with this movie. The fact that this movie was made 5 years ago.
Dude.
5 years ago.
5 years. And they just now can get it out.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, so, my goodness. Real quick. So, you see how hard it was for Sound of Freedom to even get out, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Spider-Man Lotus?
No, I haven't.
So, it's a fan-made film, right? So, there's this section on Twitter called Spider-Man Twitter, where it's this whole fan base about Spider-Man who hate the MCU Spider-Man, who just feel like they can make a better Spider-Man movie, right? So, this guy Gavin, a few years ago, decides, hey, I'm going to make a really good fan-made Spider-Man movie, right? Spider-Man Lotus. He needed $10,000 in donations to film it. He ended up getting over $100K, right? Damn. They started production. Things were coming out. They made this crazy homemade suit. Like, that joint looked crazy. Everything was looking up. Cool, right? Then it comes out that the whole team, him and the boy that plays Spider-Man, are just racist. All these leaked DMs came out, them saying the N-word, talking about all these different people, saying the craziest junk, talking about actors that they're working with in the movie. All this stuff, right? All this stuff still came out. And people still sat there and watched it. Now, granted, people hated it. It's a horrible film. It's really bad. But it was funny to see, like, how that can get so much support, but something that's actually, like, meaningful can't get any. It's crazy. It's crazy. But
I think that's what they really wanted to do with that message, special message at the end as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really powerful.
But no,
I feel like the main thing they want people to take away from it is just, like he said, hope. Have hope.
That's what it is, man.
Like, spread the word. Have hope in the good humans of the world that actually can go out and handle stuff like this, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, because people do have hearts. It's a matter of who's truly going to put themselves out there in uncomfortable situations when they may lose their job or just go through, like, really hard troubles just to help somebody else. Like, there are people out there.
Know what I'm saying?
But in order to find them, we have to make sure people know the message, spread the message, spread it to people that need to hear this. Because even people, children in this country, like, just be aware of, like, what's really going on. Like, you gotta lock into your nonverbal cues. Like, kids can really be out here faking it till they make it, but you may not truly know if they are with a person that are for them, or they just actually there.
I keep thinking about all this other junk, bro.
Staying in trouble.
Oh my god! Wait, you ever watch Atlanta?
Nah, heard about it.
Great show. First of all, I think it's like 3 seasons, 4 seasons. There was an episode, right, that was based off of a true story about a black kid that got adopted by 2 white women, right? And then when he got there, he met all the other kids that they had adopted. They were all black, and they used them like slaves. Like, literally used them like slaves. They would use them they'd be in the backyard gardening or whatever, and they'd be like, "Oh, how about you hum a hymn or something?" Like, that is the crazy. Yo, that was one of the episodes I just could not. I could not stand. But like, it was crazy to learn about.
Oh, that's so weird. So weird.
But all in all,
that's true.
That movie was fantastic. Sound of Freedom was fantastic.
It was a fantastic movie. I just love what
heavy
they did with it.
Very heavy.
Yeah, bro.
But fantastic. And it's a message that needs to get everywhere.
It has to be.
Wow. Yeah.
Got people out here buying tickets for other people. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, for them to do that, that's how you know.
Because they're marketing. They said they didn't have, like, a marketing enough to do that.
Because the fact... Well, that, and then just the fact that the studios weren't really... Because they put it out themselves. Mm-hmm. Angel Studios. It's the fact that nobody else picked it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this got picked up by 20th Century Fox or any other TriStar, Columbia, it would have been done. It would have been done. Like, the movie would have been everywhere, and they wouldn't have done the whole movie theater thing. Everything would have been cool. But it's... Yeah.
I think another thing for me is, like, it definitely hits a bit. It should hit with anybody who has kids, brothers, sisters, because you just never know. And it's like, I'm definitely going to be seeing stuff much differently now, especially being in the modeling industry.
Yeah.
And just knowing it's going to be some stuff that I might see and just need to know, like...
You just got to watch out for.
Nah, bro, that's not cool.
That ain't it.
Not for me, not for her, not for him. Like, because I know it's kids in this industry.
Oh, bro. Yeah, but that's the other thing, too. They talk about, what's his face? Like, so many child actors,
can't be trapped.
Hate the fact that they were child actors. Ryan Reynolds said that his kid will not be in a movie until... I think it was Ryan Reynolds. He said he just does not want their kid as a child actor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Stuff like that, modeling. They use so many different outlets. You know what I mean? Because that's what they were doing. Yo, I was watching them. Yo, in the beginning of the movie, they were taking pictures of these kids. It's like, why do they have them posing like that? They are kids,
looking grown, like.
And obviously they don't know better. But like, you watching, like, all right, bro.
These are little kids,
Crazy.
They not no 18. Come on, man.
Bro, I was flabbergasted. I was like, wow, yeah. It was, and then they put lipstick on Shorty. I was like, yo, come on, bro. All in all, though,
people are sick. Get your minds right, bro.
What is your problem?
Stay in your age.
Get off of the black market.
Why are you messing with children? What is wrong with you? I don't even know if you're on YouTube, but if you are, you're sick. You probably already know it, but you're sick. You need to know that. My gosh, like, get a life. Get a hobby.
Go do something, bro.
Bro, get an actual adult woman or male. What is your problem? Oh my gosh, like, that's really ticking me off. Like, people are so nasty, dude.
Yo. You live in your mom's basement. You can't afford your own Wi-Fi, and you're on the black market. Go do something, you absolute weirdo.
And for people selling this,
you smell
bro,
like Funyuns.
It's other ways to make money. He said Funyuns.
You smell like Funyuns and whipped cream down in your basement. Go shower and go be a real person. Please and thank you. Like, what are you doing?
Find help.
It'd be the bowl cut, stinky looking bulls. Like, go do something with your life.
Oh my gosh.
McDonald's is hiring.
For real, bro.
Goodness gracious.
Morals over money. That's a life quote right there, bro. Morals over money.
You need to trademark that up.
Cause what?
But yeah, you know.
Watch the movie, please.
Watch the movie. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Drop that down below.
And just open your eyes, man.
Open them up, yo. Stop trying to just be blind.
This stuff is real, bro. 150 million children. 150. I think they said all that in the U.S. Million. Get that through your head. Because this is pitiful, yo.
Crazy. But,
stay blessed, though.
Stay blessed. God loves you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. But, yeah, no, I mean, if what's it called? Tomorrow is National Cinema Day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We're recording this on the 26th. So, but yeah, tomorrow's National Cinema Day. I know a lot of theaters are selling tickets for $4.
Yep.
So, if you want to go see a movie, and I know there's still some stuff. I think it's Sound of Freedom still in theaters. I don't know if it's on digital yet.
Should be. I just saw it.
But then you can get free tickets if you go to angel.com, I think it is, /ticket. All right, whatever it is. Search up Angel Studios. It'll take you to their website. You can get free tickets there. But I know TMNT is still out. I've heard good things about that. I still want to see it. I know Blue Beetle. Yo, Blue Beetle is actually getting really good reviews. Like, everybody I've heard is saying really good.
I heard it was tough for the Spanish community.
Exactly. It's better than The Flash. People are saying, they're saying that it's a good start for James Gunn's DCU. So we're gonna see, man. I wanna give, because DC has so many good characters. They need to do it correctly. So I know James Gunn is gonna do his thing. So he gave us one of the best trilogies in the MCU. So, you know what I'm saying. But it's National Cinema Day. Movies are all, and everybody. Oh my goodness.
For some reason, we're not gonna talk about that yet.
We're not gonna talk about it
because this is definitely random. Because like, when have they done this?
I don't know. I don't know. Has National Cinema Day just been a thing?
Like, is it just particularly in August? Is it just random? Like, I've never heard about it.
I have no idea.
Let us know, though.
But regardless, it's about that time.
Thank you.
Thank y'all, man. It's the last episode, like we said, in person for a while. We figuring it out. We got stuff in the works, in motion, planning everything out right now. But we're not going nowhere. So we're going to keep y'all updated. We got some more stuff on the way. We appreciate you. First of all, real quick, this summer has been crazy.
A blast.
It's been a great summer, and for us to be able to do this 12 episodes straight is crazy. So we appreciate y'all. We love the support. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to check out our links in the description. Check out his modeling profile. Check out my Spotify. Check out our Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. It's all down there. We love y'all.
Let's get it.
Stay safe. God loves y'all. And until next time, it's been your boy Jay Crombie.
And I scheme.
And we out here.